Good morning, everyone. I'm Jessica Thorne, and I'm here with Sharon Caldera. We're excited to walk you through this year's school improvement plan. Our goal today is to give a clear, honest picture of where we are as a school, what's going well, what needs attention, and how we're going to support our students and one another throughout the year. This plan represents the work and the voices of teachers, staff, parents, our building level planning team, and school advisory council, and of course, our students. So thank you for being here and for everything you do. We couldn't do this work without you. I want to start with a quick moment that really stuck with me. Earlier this year, a student who had struggled all through middle school, a student who had basically convinced himself he wasn't a math person, told his teacher, "I finally feel like someone believes I can do this." That moment didn't happen by chance. It happened because of consistent expectations, patient reteaching, and a teacher who refused to give up. Those are the kinds of moments that define us as a school. Our mission is to empower all students to maximize their potential. Our vision is that they become confident, self-motivated learners. And we ground everything in our core values: respect, responsibility, dedication, and determination. These aren't just words, they shape our culture, our expectations, and the way we show up for students every day.
So we're here today because our school improvement plan is more than statutory requirement. It's a living, breathing guide. It informs us our instruction, our interventions, and our progress monitoring throughout the year. This plan reflects input from our BLPT, our school advisory council, teachers, parents, students. Our entire structure for improvement can be summarized in the 4 parts: in the input, in the data, in the goals, and monitoring. Each step builds on the last, ensuring that our decisions are grounded in evidence and aligned with our students' genuinely need.
Here's a quick snapshot of who we serve. We're a 9 to 12 school with the B rating for the last few years. We have a diverse student population, about 61% minority enrollment, and 41.8% of our students qualify for free or reduced lunch. We're not currently identified under Every Student Succeeds Act, and our graduation rate is 88.9%. These numbers give us grounding. They remind us that we serve a wide range of learners with different backgrounds, strengths, and needs.
So even as we focus on the improvement, it's important to also acknowledge and to celebrate the strengths. Our ELA achievement increased by over 5 points and gained amongst our lowest 25% improvement by 10 points. And this is an excellent sign that our targeted strategies are working. Science scores remain above both the state and district averages, and our graduation rate continues to be one of our strongest indicators. These successes shows us that when we monitor effectively and scaffold instructions well, our students do respond.
The data makes it very clear where our biggest challenge is: math. Math proficiency dropped from 54% to 45%. Learning gains also fell short of where we want them to be, especially for our lowest 25%. We also had significant math teacher turnover last year, and as many of you saw firsthand, that disrupted stability for our students. Combined with inconsistent progress monitoring, it created real gaps in our instruction, especially for students who are already behind. This is why math became our top priority for this year.
When we examine early warning indicators, we see a set of concerns that directly impact both attendance and achievement. We have 235 students in this case who are chronically absent, 274 students with 2 or more early warning flags, 216 students scoring level 1 in ELA, and 286 in math. These aren't just numbers. They obviously represent kids who need timely, coordinated intervention. This data guided much of our planning.
Taking all the data together, we identified our top 5 priorities for the year. The first being math achievement, the second being math learning gains, the third, ELA achievement, 4, attendance, and finally 5, support for level 1 students. Math is the biggest instructional priority this year, and to be clear, this is not because anyone is doing something wrong. It's because the data is telling us loudly and clearly that our students need stronger, more consistent support in math. We've set specific measurable goals: increase overall math proficiency from 45.4% to 52%, increase overall math learning gains from 47% to 55%, increase lowest 25% learning gains from 43.8% to 50%. And we're also addressing subgroup gaps, especially for students with disabilities, English language learners, Black/African American students, and students who qualify for free or reduced lunch. These goals are ambitious but realistic, and they're grounded in strategies we know can work when implemented consistently. So let's talk about how we get there. First, we're implementing intentional small group math instruction. This is not simply pulling a few students to the side. This is flexible, data-driven grouping based on exit tickets, unit assessments, and classroom observations. These groups will shift frequently to match what students need in real time. Second, we're strengthening our collaboration practices. The math team will meet weekly to examine student data, plan instruction, look at student work, and share strategies. These meetings are about compliance. They're about giving teachers a space to problem solve and plan instruction together. Third, we're rolling out ongoing professional development focused on differentiation, questioning techniques, scaffolding for foundational skill gaps, using progress monitoring tools effectively, and building student confidence and persistence in math. One of the biggest shifts this year is how we'll monitor progress. We'll be using digital dashboards to track student performance across assignments, assessments, intervention groups, and benchmarks. These dashboards will help us spot patterns earlier, both where students are growing and where they're getting stuck. Intervention logs will document what support students receive and how effective those interventions are. Exit tickets and mini projects will give us immediate feedback about what students understood and what needs reteaching. Every 2 weeks, the leadership team will meet to look at trends and identify next steps. And every quarter, we'll adjust the SIP goals or strategy based on what we're seeing. The impact we expect to see is stronger gains for level 1 and level 2 students, a more consistent experience across math classrooms, improved subgroup performance, and ultimately closing the achievement gap in math. This is a big lift, but it's absolutely doable with consistent structures and strong collaboration.
So our second major focus area is PBIS. We're looking to do a reduction referral by at least 15%. We're wanting to reduce classroom disruptions and skipping by 20%. And hopefully a decrease in disproportionality in SWD's referrals by 10%. We're also targeting a 5% reduction in chronic absenteeism. These goals directly support academic achievement by increasing instructional time and improving the student engagement. Our PBIS action steps include strengthening our school-wide PBIS framework, providing targeted professional development for teachers, and implementing Tier 2 interventions such as check-ins, check-outs, and behavior mentoring. These initiatives will create more predictable environments, improvement relationships, and reduce avoidable disciplinary infractions. We will closely monitor PBIS implementation through behavior dashboards, walkthroughs, fidelity checks, and progress monitoring forms. Teacher and student surveys will give us valuable climate data. The expected impact includes fewer behavior incidents, improved attendance, more instructional time, and a stronger, more positive school climate. PBIS also supports academic improvement, where students can't learn if they aren't present and engaged. So, in closing, our school improvement priorities center on strengthening math achievements and reinforcing our PBIS system. Our overall goal is clear: improve student outcomes and elevate our school environment. This will take collaboration, teachers, leadership, families, and students, and they all have a role. Through consistent monitoring and data-driven adjustments, we can ensure that our plan remains effective and aligned to student needs. We want to thank you for your commitment, and to the students and to Key West High School.